Project Insect is an acronym. It stands for International Spectrum of Enormous Crawling Things. I'm Jessie Hubing-Ridinger, and essentially I paint big bugs, and I love what I do. Insects are, to me, the most beautiful, awesome subject in the whole world because they're not normally seen with the color and the details and just incredible textures and fragility and vulnerability that they really are all about. And the way for me to get people to see what they really entail is to paint them at a very large scale with all of their microscopic details. And that turns into a discovery for people to see them that way for the first time. And the art itself transcends what people would typically think of when they see a small little bug crawling on the floor. At this scale, the insects impose upon the human mind, and they are seen differently but with beauty. The public response to the project has been incredible. It's been magical. It's been a wonderful experience for all ages, kids, adults, from any culture. It doesn't matter what part of the world people have been from that have seen the insects, the paintings, all of it happening in an interactive format. I think the biggest surprise for people has been that they've had insects around them and among them in so many places, their own backyard. They've experienced them hundreds of times and never really maybe even looked at them like I have. Painting a subject such as insects elevates the level of interest because of their important role in our human existence. The fact is, we need them to survive, but all too often we don't acknowledge it. People are encouraged to ask questions, share ideas, and comment, which enhances the visual experience. Interaction with the public is also a crucial element needed by my creative spirit. The process and outcome of my work has become magical and full of life, thanks to the crazy idea of creating art for the sole purpose of education and conservation. I'm Jessie Hubing-Ridinger, and this is Hope the butterfly. She is a butterfly from Central America. Hope the butterfly is a 9-foot by 7.5-foot oil on canvas. She took 5 solid months to complete. When I was painting Hope in the public space, many people thought she was a moth. You can differentiate a moth from a butterfly by looking at their antenna. Butterflies have club-like tips at the end of their antennas, and moths have feather-like antennas. The design on Hope and every butterfly are organic. They're not symmetrical. Under the microscope, you can see these differences. Rusty is a dragonfly from Kenya, Africa. Rusty is also a 9-foot by 7.5-foot oil on canvas. I chose to paint Rusty in the oblique position. This is a position that dragonflies use to shade themselves from the sun by using their tail in an upward motion. His wings are extremely intricate and very organic, much like our own fingerprints. This particular painting is a classic example of chiaroscuro style painting, starting with a very dark black background and working middle tones to lighter tones on top of the black canvas. Titus is a rhino beetle from South America. There was something special about the vision I received for Titus. Something about his strength, the light, the shadow, the colors, and all the little hairs on his legs. He is a double iridescent. He reflects red and green light wavelengths, which made it very difficult to pull off in the painting. He is by far my favorite of all the pieces in the collection to date. Harley the jewel bee is a solitary, stingless bee from South America. The texture of Harley's exoskeleton reminds me of pitted metal. And because Harley is iridescent, these pits reflect different colors of the prism, from yellow, green, to blue and violet. Harley has 3 simple eyes on the top of his forehead that look like little orange glass domes. These eyes see light and shadow so that he can judge movement. The long tube-like extension from Harley's face is in fact his proboscis. He uses his proboscis to suck nectar from the bucket orchid. The most awesome part about painting the portrait of the insect that I find as an artist is that I actually see all of its individual significant qualities that no one would ever see with their naked eye. So the microscope actually allows the painting itself and the portrait to be born just as it would if I were painting a person. The individual qualities are remarkable and unbelievable, and that is the impact of the paintings and the impressions upon the people that see them. My husband and I have incredible amounts of fun with the bug stories that we get from the kids and the adults that come to visit, or places they've been in the world and the insects that they've seen, and even art that they've seen in various places, or things that they've created on their own. It's very inspirational and very fun. I couldn't imagine doing anything else in my entire life. I found what I was born to do.